Hey! Many people, and by many people, I mean the audio's not popping, that's the speaker. Many people claim and state outright, and I'm actually pretty much in agreement with them, that this is one of the best lenses ever made, ever. I'll give you a link below for the Flickr page for this lens. There is one slight drawback to these lenses. I got a couple of them here. This is, I've got 5 of these, I think. 5, yeah. Yeah, the 50mm f1.4 Takumar. The best of them is the SMC Takumar 50mm f1.4. One slight drawback. They are ever so slightly radioactive. Oh yes, indeedy. Now it's not my premise. I mean, literally, people that have a lot of lenses and have owned everything. These are, now obviously it's not Zeiss quality so far as construction, but it's really damn close. For its day, this is as exquisite as Zeiss quality. As far as what sort of radiation dose you would get by using this, say an all-day shoot, which is like 8 hours, you have the camera up to your face for 3 hours in that 8 days of shooting, you'd get the exposure of nearly 2 X-rays. Okay, so 3 hours, nearly 2 X-rays. Yeah, live dangerously, right? These are absolutely exquisite. The images that are produced from them are absolutely magical. You could actually see the slight yellowing. That is the thorium. The rear 3 elements are the ones that are actually radioactive, which of course those are the ones that are closest to your face, right? Not the first 4. This is actually a 7 element. The early one on this was a 8 element lens, and it was not thoriated. They had no thorium. It's not a coating, by the way. It's actually in the molten glass. The thorium is not a coating. I'm here keep hearing people say that nonsense. Now these lenses used to sell for a piss load because they are so good. The images from them, the depth, the micro contrast is absolutely amazing. The color saturation is incredible. You can buy adapters for these to mount them on your Canon. Canon users use these a lot. Nikon users not so much, for no good reason. Buy adapters for these for a few bucks for Nikon or Canon, and especially for Fujifilm. I've got a couple adapters for. This is an M42 mount. These lenses are absolute. I don't like to get the rear element too close to my face. They are not merely alpha emitter. They are beta and gamma ray emitters. Yes, I said beta and gamma ray emitter lenses. So if you like to live dangerously, it's not that dangerous, for God's sakes. I mean, really, there's background radiation everywhere. We have radiation everywhere. However, these lenses are pretty damn hot. Hot! It's like, oh girl, you're so hot. Except hot in not such a good way. I'm not joking, though, about these being literally among the top 5 or top 10 best lenses ever made. I'm actually attributing the fall off on the price on these to just general ignorance. People, you know, everybody's turned into an autofocus douchebag, which they have, and they've just kind of thought, you know, these lenses have fallen into the annals of time. These are back from the mid-60s. These are 7 elements. Pentax, Asahi Pentax was able to eliminate out 1 element. The early ones, which are kind of rare, which were only made for 2 years, were 8 elements, and they had no thorium in them at all. They fall underneath the serial number range of under 1 million. I think it ends at like 800,000 or something like that. This one is 1,800,000. This is 2,500,000 serial number range. These are the 50mm f1.4 Super Takumars. Now the best of these is the SMC Super Takumar, which means super multi-coated. Really that different? No. These are silk, sex, and sugar as far as their build quality, and the output from these is absolutely effing mind-blowing. They are right up there, and in some instances better than the Voigtlander 58mm f1.4 that I so highly praise. They are. They have a totally different characteristic to them, but they are right there with the Voigtlander 58mm, and that lens is $400. This one you're looking at usually $50. Now, a few years ago, the price on these has gone up and down. There's even a flow chart on the price of these and how they've fluctuated. These lenses, even not that long ago, were commanding $200, $250 because they are that damn good. I said the images are just mind-blowing, incredible. Some people are, rightly so, worried about radiation. I mean, if you were to break this rear element and it were to shatter in your house, I mean, you would be so very screwed. Screwed in a bad way. So this is the one lens you damn well don't want to drop, at least not inside your house, because you are F-U-C-K-T. F-U-C-T. Yeah, F-U-C-T. You are F-U... Yeah, I think you get the point there. So right there with the Voigtlander. These are the absolute exquisite pinnacle perfection of Japanese quality manufacture, made in the mid-60s. All the way up into the, I think like 1973s when they stopped making these. Obviously, making these was a serious issue with radiation content. It's not a coating, okay? It is in the glass. It is not a coating that's going to, I'm going to scratch off the thorium. No, it's not a coating. I wish some people would stop saying that. Not a coating. It's in the molten glass when they made it. And it's only the rear three elements. Now, you can actually see the slight yellow cast to this lens. You can basically see it. The way to clear these up is stick them into a bright sunny window for a few days and it will totally clear them up. It'll obviously give the images a very, very slight yellow. White balance isn't an issue, Any brain-dead moron, mouth breather, knows how to white balance. At least I hope to God anybody does. So that's not an issue. But typically when you buy these, the thorium has caused a color shift in the glass. It's not due to glue or a coating that it's actually the glass has become a yellowish brown. Very slightly. Some of them are kind of heavily yellowish brown. This one is significantly yellow. It needs a little treatment in the old window pane, as they say. But I actually cannot recommend. Some people I saw, someone posted me a link there, said they're making fun of me for recommending radioactive lenses. You know what? I don't care. I don't care what anybody you think of me or anybody else. The fact remains is that this lens is among the top 5 or top 10 highest rated lenses ever. Period. The images from it are absolutely effing unbelievable. They are that damn good. They are exquisitely good. Right there with the damn Voigtlander. In some cases, in some arenas, in its attributes and characteristics, superior to the Voigtlander 58mm 1.4. That damn good. However, it is radioactive. However, you do need to buy an adapter for it. Like I said, you'd have to have the camera up to your face for 3 hours during a long day shoot, which is 8 hours, but during an 8-hour shoot, the camera isn't up your face the whole time. So you're looking at a little bit more than an X-ray as it's passing through the camera, because it is emitting the dangerous crap, as we call it, beta radiation and gamma radiation. Gamma is very high, is thorium-232. Beta is insanely powerful. Beta is right up there. Beta is EMR, electromagnetic radiation. The dielectric pulse that is concurrent with gamma radiation means it is insanely penetrative. So even though you got that camera between you and the lens, gamma slices through everything like a hot knife through butter. So I think you get my point there. Even just touching it like this with my hand on the back, I mean, God knows what sort of, well, you get the point. But anyway, the lens is that exquisite. I mean, if you want to ride the wild side, there is no finer lens. And I mean, it's when you're ranked like top 5 lens ever, and it is. Tons and tons of people rank it that high. I think that speaks for itself. It's not like, oh God, that fat crazy bastard's recommending radioactive lenses. No, my point is this is like top 5 lenses ever recommended. I've told you what it is. I've told you its downside. Oh, it's emitting insanely dangerous gamma radiation, which it is. You got to suffer for your art, right? Isn't that what they say? You got to suffer for your art. This lens is an insane steal of a value. Insane steal of a value. Here it is. You stick an adapter on this thing, you know, this lens will just crap out silk, sex, and sugar. So that's it. I give it my highest recommendation with the caveat that you understand what the hell this lens is, what it does, and the very dangerous radiation it is shooting out of its butthole, which it definitely is doing that. So you can't say I didn't inform you, you can't say I didn't warn you, and yet it is an extremely high recommendation. You drop it and break the rear element in your house, you are F-U-C-T. Let me spell that out for you. F-U-C-T. And that is no bueno. That means that you don't drop this in your house. You don't drop it in your house. Okay? Okay? Anybody wants to ride me for that or diss me for that? Yeah, recommending radioactive lenses. Deal with it. I told you what it is. Okay? You make up your own choices in life. Okay? I got several of these. I have no issues with it. I have no issues using it. Okay? Said the fat guy before he got cancer, right? Bye.